walking in my shoes. Try walking in my shoes. You'll stumble in my footsteps.
Hello and welcome to Land's End. We've made it. Now, for people who've never seen my videos before, I'm doing this trip, Ledgehog, Land's End to John Groats, for Tom Cleary. That's my girlfriend's dad, Mazzy, who's been in hospital. He's been in a coma for 10 days, had brain surgery. He's recovering slowly, and I'm trying to raise some money for Tom to get him some equipment like beds and things, special beds, wheelchairs, whatever he needs when he gets out of hospital. So I decided I'm going to walk Land's End to John Groats, which I believe is going to be about 1,200 miles, the route I'm taking. If you're a crow and you fly directly there, it's 874 miles. But if you go the way I'm going, I'm expecting 1,200 miles. I've only ever walked 100 miles before, so this is a massive, massive task for me. Don't know if I'm up for it, but I'm going to give it my best shot. So here we are at the sign. I've just had my picture taken with Tom Cleary in it. I thought that was pretty special. And yeah, ready to set off. Quite lucky today because I'm not having to carry my big rucksack. I've left that at the Penzance Youth Hostel, where I'm staying tonight. So I'm walking to there with a little pack on my back. Should be a bit easier today, and it's only about 9.8 miles. So a nice easy start. Weather's okay. Let's do this. So that's all the Land's End precinct behind me. It's all closed at the moment. I've just noticed this, it says start. I'm guessing this is the start, so away we go. I don't know, I'm in a good mood now. I had a good chat with the guy who does the signs there. And he wished me luck and shook my hand and everything, which I thought were really nice. And I got talking to him. He showed me a book. I was saying I might be writing a book about this, and the picture he takes might be on the front cover. And he brought a book out what someone else has wrote about it. I says, oh, I've not seen that book. I says, but I did read a book the other week about two guys. This is a brilliant story. Honestly, if you can get the book, I can't remember what it's called. It's two guys who set off from here with nothing but Union Jack boxer shorts on. And the plan was, they had no money, the plan was to just get to John Groats through people's generosity. They wanted to do it on a bike, but they didn't have any bikes. So along the way they managed to get free clothes, bikes, places to stay, free food, everything. And he remembers taking their photo 2 years ago when they did it. But yeah, if you can get that book, get it. If I can remember what it's called, I'll put it in now. If I can't, sorry, you'll have to look it up. Am I supposed to be tired yet? So, as prepared as I wanted to be for this journey, I'm not prepared at all. People keep asking me which route I'm going to be taking so they can meet me along the way. No idea. I've planned today and possibly tomorrow, and that's about it. But today's route I've already got wrong because I wasn't prepared. I forgot to get some batteries. I need a battery so you can hear me, but most importantly I need a battery for my GPS. I can't believe it. I was going to buy some in the shop this morning and I forgot. So instead of going around the coast for the first mile or so, mile or two, I'm having to come straight directly up the A30, which I haven't even reached yet. Up the A30 because there is a post office up here, a Cost Cutters, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get some batteries in there. And then we'll just wing it, we'll take it from there. How hard can it be really? It's just a little stroll to Penzance that way and going up or something. We can do this, we can do this. We're feeling good. Bit out of breath, but we're feeling good. So this is his first little village, Sennan. Now I have been down to Sennan Cove, which is down there, on the bus this morning, because I got a bus to Land's End. It took us down to the coast, and it is one of the most beautiful beaches you could ever see. It's lovely. The first inn in England. The very first pub. And it's shut. That's not a good start, is it? I'm trying to do the biggest ever pub crawl in Britain, and the first pub is shut. In fact, I think that's the only one I see for the rest of the day. Never mind. We don't need pubs today. And it's famous apparently. Well, well, well. I'd never heard of it. The first graveyard. I could say the first everything I come across really, couldn't I? This is going to be a really expensive trip. I've not come 2 miles yet and I've spent £20. Batteries. Got my batteries thankfully. £10. And £10 for my photo taken professionally, supposedly, at the Land's End sign. But you have to do it, don't you? You know, when you're doing a trip like this, you've got, if someone's offering to do it professionally, you've got to have that done. So he's going to send, in fact it was £10, £9.95 for one, and he said he's going to send me 2 because I'm doing it for a good cause, which was nice of him. So Mazzy, if you're watching this, if a little flat envelope comes through, you can open it. It'll be the photos. So I've put your address on it. Right, let's carry on. My first stop of the day. I've only done 2 miles. I'm not too tired, don't get me wrong, I'm alright. Just wanted a drink, that's all. Because it's quite heavy, his drink. For my drink today, I just got 2 of these. 2 for £1, 2 for £2. A Galaxy and another flavour. I like these. These are my favourite softy, milky drinks. And a bottle of water, which I don't know why I've got really. It's just that's what people drink, isn't it? Water. I don't. I never drink water. And to be honest, I don't know why I paid for water. I've always said, why do people pay for water when it's free? But I just did. I think it was 65 pence. So yeah, I'm just drinking a bit to lighten my load a little tiny bit. And then I'll crack on. I've just put a picture up of me at Land's End on Facebook. My picture. And it says on there, I didn't realise, someone's put in a comment, next challenge, swim to New York. That is a really good idea. Because it does actually say on the sign, New York, 3,147 miles. So we know which direction it's in, it points that way. So I don't have to work out a route or anything. So yeah, that's a good idea, I might try that. I'll have to learn how to swim, but it can't be that hard, can it? Well, I've come from Land's End and I'm heading for Penzance, so I must be doing something right. I'm going the right way. So I'm walking up the A30, which is something I didn't want to do. I wanted to avoid roads and main roads, but because I needed that shop for some batteries, I'm on it now. And this is the quickest way to Penzance. And it's not as busy as I thought it was going to be, but there's no paths. So if a car comes, which it will, lots of cars will come, I'm going to be... It's a bit dangerous really, but I believe I can get off this road in about half a mile and get back to my GPS coordinates and go across fields or something. It's a route someone else has taken in the past. Not sure it's going to be a good idea, but I might do that. Yeah, this is dangerous. There's cars all the time. They come in the cars to go to Land's End, stop, and then drive back again. They don't even get out of the cars. Another one now. and all I can do is get right into the verge and wait. If you're wondering why I look like a nipple, by the way, because of my hair, you can blame Mazzy, my girlfriend. She cut it way too short and I look a bit bald. But it'll grow, I'm not too worried about it. It does make me look younger though. There's one thing I was going to do on this trip as a bit of a joke to start the trip. People have done some mad things doing Land's End to John Groats, such as try it on a unicycle, doing it naked, and there was one guy who attempted to push a pea with his nose all the way, and he only made 2 miles, 2.1 mile I think it was. And apparently his nose got really sore, so he had to stop. So what I was going to do is bring a pea along and gorilla tape it to my nose and push it 2.2 miles, and then I'd hold the record. It wouldn't really be cheating, would it? I'm still pushing it with my nose from Land's End to John Groats, but hey, I forgot to buy a pea. Quite ironic that, because I had a pea when I was down at Land's End. There's a tiny little church here now. It looks like it's a new build. You don't see new. I'm just looking at this. Eccles. Don't know what that's all about. Oh, Eccles Chapel. Here we are. That's where we are. And it looks like it's just been built recently. And it's only got, what? About 15 graves in it. How weird is that? They're normally like hundreds of years old. And only in Cornwall would you have a surfboard above the doors of a church. Very trendy place is Cornwall. People love to surf around here. I don't know what this is about, but I'll record it now so I can look it up another day. Friends Burial Ground, Bria, in which 36 interments took place between the years 1659 and 1789. What's all that about? In the middle of nowhere, just a little square and what looks like could be some kind of burial in the top corner. So my phone says I'm 6 miles away from the youth hostel, so I must have done 3-4 mile. But that's if I stick to the A30, and I'm not, because these cars are doing my nutting, seriously. My battery's flashing on this. I've only got 1 more battery for the camera. Should have brought 3 really, I only brought 2. But my GPS is at 6.7 miles. So if I follow the GPS coordinates, which takes me off the main road, I have to do another 0.7 mile. Which, is it worth it? I think it might be. Just to get away from all these cars. Doing me head in. On another note, my friend Danny Bamping, what does he do? bankofcornwall.com or something. He has a website and he's trying to have Cornwall to have their own money. He's been doing it for years. I don't think he's ever got anywhere. Because Cornwall, I believe, isn't there's something in the history books which says Cornwall isn't actually part of Britain. Which is a load of rubbish nowadays, no one takes any notice. But people like Danny believe it. And yeah, he wants to make it independent from the rest of Britain and make a load of money. It'll never happen. Stick to being a lawyer. This is the same friend, the same Danny Bamping, who stood for office, or whatever you call it, a Member of Parliament. He stood for that at the last general election. He has his own party called No Party. You know, now someone who likes a party, I don't like the name of your thing. You know, No Party. How can you invent something and call it No Party? That's like just calling it No Fun. Vote for me, and you won't have any fun. Got to have a party. But yeah, he stood for that. Didn't win. Don't know if he's ever won anything really, but he's a really nice guy. Okay, I've got off the main road. following the GPS now. Now it's told me to go up this track, which says it leads to a farm. It's a farm track, so I don't know if I'm allowed up here. But as I say, I'm following the route of a guy who did this maybe 10, 20, I think it was 1998. It's 21 years ago. So whether the route's the same now, I don't know, but I'm going to give it a go. It's got to be better than the main road. That's a nightmare. Just cars all the time, you know. Leave me alone. Just want a peaceful little walk. If I'm not going to enjoy the walk, what's the point in doing it? So I'm coming a different way. Got a cold, by the way. I've had this cold for 2 weeks. Well, flu. Call it a cold, it's flu. 2 weeks I've had it, and I just can't get rid of it. If you keep hearing that beeping in the background all the time, it's because I've passed a new waypoint, which means I'm doing something right. If you don't hear it for at least 10 minutes, start to worry and let me know. So that's the first time I've been lost. I carried on up there, and I was meant to just cut through here. I'm really going to have to keep an eye on this GPS now. I've got a feeling this guy went a really weird route, and I'm a bit worried I'm going to be going through a lot of mud, which I don't want, and hills. And if I do, this is the last day of his I'm following, I can tell you. Should have stuck to A30. Could have probably hitchhiked if I'd have stayed on A30 and put my thumb out. But oh no, going through this junk now. Right, this is getting stupid. This is what I'm coming up, so you can say goodbye to the nice clean new footwear, because that won't be lasting for long. He is telling me to go up there. How am I meant to go up there? Look at that, it's just brambles. And if you go this way, there's a little path. Go through a load of mud, just for the fun of it. And then there's a gate here. Now this is a National Trust, it says, National Trust Cycling. But that goes that way. The only other path is this one here, which goes to the top of a hill, which on the GPS shows as like a mountain. So if that is, I don't know if it's a mountain or just a huge hill, I don't know. So if I'm going to go up the, I can either go around there and round the back of the hill, or go up here and go over the hill. But I can't get, there's no way I can get through there. Honestly, this guy who did this walk, I know it was 1998, but there's no way he'd have got through there. What, did he have a combine harvester at front of his feet or something? It's impossible, he couldn't have got through there. I'm sorry, he's made it up. I don't believe he completed it. I reckon he got to here and just gave up, because there's no way he went through there. I'm going to have to go up over the hill. Thank you, buddy, if you're watching this. I don't do hills. I don't do walking. So as I'm coming up this stupid hill here, I'm out of breath. I think that's the sea. I think that's Land's End over there. Doesn't look far, does it? It's not really. Well, it's about 4 miles. It must be. But the sea going all the way around the edge here. Oh. But the guy who took my photo at the sign, if you see that there, it's like a little lighthouse, I think. It doesn't look very big there, but it is quite tall. I think 120 foot he was telling me or something. But a week ago there was really bad seas, and the waves, he had a picture of it, the waves actually got over the top of the lighthouse or whatever it is. It was a really nice picture. I'm really pleased the weather isn't like that today. So if I just quickly turn you around, this is where I'm heading now. I'm hoping this is the top, because I can't see any further than that. Hopefully it goes down then, but if it then like goes up somewhere else, I'm not going to be impressed. I'm really not going to be happy. I think what the fascination about coming this way is, I think why he did it, is because if you stand up there, there's actually 2 hikers up there. I just saw them in similar hiking gear to me, you know, like professionals. There's 2 of them up there. And I think if you stand up there, you can see the sea on that coast and you can see the sea on that coast. And it's supposed to be quite special, and you can see the sea at the bottom. It's supposed to be quite special, but I'll be honest with you, I've already seen that sea and that sea loads of times in my life. I'm really not bothered about seeing it again. You might have wanted to see it, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm not walking up there just to give you a picture, I can tell you that now. I'm going to John o' Groats, north, one way. That's all I'm doing. So if you're expecting to see lovely sights and pretty things and nice people and lovely things and, you know, stuff what'll make your eyes go, ooh, then I'm sorry, these aren't the videos for you. This is a man on a quest to get from A to B. And the quicker I get it out of the way, the better, because I'm knackered.
Try walking in my shoes. Try walking in my shoes. You'll stumble in my footsteps.